Great.
Wait, you stepping shit?
Yes.
Fuck.
You see, you don't know about me. Got the future in my hands. Well, you see, don't worry about me. Roasting and true romance. I'm on my knees, man. I'm on my knees, man.
Hey guys, hopefully you're having a great time. We just spent 10 awesome days in Madeira and we had an opportunity to test out the new WEEBILL-S from Zhiyun. Instead of making a typical review, I've decided to put a bunch of unedited raw footage shot by using Sony Alpha 6500 and Sony Alpha 6300 on the WEEBILL-S. And since there's so many fake reviews out there, I think you guys would appreciate something like this and judge the results by yourself. Meanwhile, I'll simply talk about the pros and cons in the background. You know, I never really had any issues with the WEEBILL Lab. I know a lot of Sony a7 III users were unhappy because it couldn't balance some of the G Master lenses well, but as an Alpha 6500 user, I didn't care about that at all. When I got the WEEBILL-S, I immediately noticed the difference in build quality. The motors are now built with metal, it feels more refined as well as responsive. It almost feels like Zhiyun took the motors from the Crane 2 and put them onto the small WEEBILL-S, which I like very much. Alright, let's talk about my experience using the WEEBILL-S. Let's start with the pros. Balancing the gimbal felt extremely easy. The locks are in such convenient places that you can legit balance the gimbal in less than 30 seconds, which I really like because when I was hiking, it was very easy to switch lenses and rebalance it. My friends didn't have to wait long until I deal with my problems and thus they didn't want to kill me. I really love how responsive the WEEBILL-S feels. I am not very careful with my equipment in these kind of scenarios because I always prefer to get a good shot instead of keep my equipment safe. So I can say that I did put this gimbal through some nasty stuff like bump it into cliffs and rocks, but it handled it like a champ. Overall, in terms of ergonomics and features, it's pretty much the same as the WEEBILL Lab, but it definitely feels more reliable in terms of stability, balancing, and also when whipping the gimbal left and right. I never noticed any random shakes or shutdowns, which is really nice. Now, when it comes to cons, I don't really have that much to say, but there is one annoying thing. I wish there was a way to access an all-follow mode with one click. Right now you gotta hold the trigger down and press the LV button 3 times. That is so not convenient. And when you do that, if you recenter the gimbal, you'll switch back to the pan follow mode. Oh, and I also don't like how the trigger feels. It's missing that satisfying clicky sound, you know what I mean? I know these are minor things, but sometimes it's these little things which make the user experience so much better. Overall, the gimbal is solid. It's definitely a noticeable upgrade from the WEEBILL Lab in terms of stability and reliability. But is it worth upgrading from the WEEBILL Lab? Well, if you're a Sony Alpha 65 user or something, then I'd say no. But for bigger cameras, you bet your ass it is. Same form factor as the WEEBILL Lab, but with Crane 2 motors? Hell yeah, I'll take that. Alright, that's enough from me today. Make sure to follow our Instagram because we'll be posting lots of BTS content there, and we're about to go to Thailand in less than 2 weeks, so stay tuned for that. And hopefully you guys liked the video, stay awesome, and peace out.